What's up everybody, Kier Gomes here, and welcome to Wayback Wednesday, episode 16. If you're not familiar, Wayback Wednesday is a series on this channel where we talk about older decks from earlier in the years that you may have missed out on if you're new to the cardistry, magic, or playing card community. Today, we're going to be talking about the Royal LA playing cards by Gemini decks. This was actually, I believe, the second deck made available by Gemini. The first one was the Luxor playing cards, and then this was, I believe, the second deck that Gemini ever released. Not something that I've reviewed on this channel, but if you know me, you know I love Gemini, so here we go. Before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's roll that intro and get you guys on your way. So the Royal Los Angeles playing cards by Gemini decks. Over the years, Gemini has really developed a certain style. You kind of know what to expect from them. You're always going to get really nice feeling deck, printed by the United States Playing Card Company. You're going to get really unique and really clever design work. And of course, you're going to get a review from me. Now this deck is early in Gemini's beginning stages, so it doesn't quite look like the type of Gemini deck that you would see today, which I think makes it really interesting and perfect for this series. So here we go. The tuck case is done in regular glossy cardstock. It is done completely in white and royal blue. The front says Royal Los Angeles in Old English, and then it kind of has this cigar band striped blue pattern in the middle with an Old English LA in the middle. And it says Royal Los Angeles Supreme Quality Playing Cards. Both sides say Royal Los Angeles and then Made in USA. Same on the other side. The bottom has some ad copy and information about Gemini decks. The top says Los Angeles in Old English writing. And the back design says Royal, again with that kind of cigar band LA in the middle, then Los Angeles, California right there at the bottom. I do like this tuck case. It kind of reminds me of like an old 1970s pack of cigarettes, sort of. So kind of makes me miss smoking, oddly enough. Don't worry, I'm not going to do it. The inside of the tongue flap has a lowercase Old English G, presumably stands for Gemini, and then says LA on the inside tongue flaps. So that's the tuck case. Let's take a look at the cards. Alright, so this is what the back design of the cards looks like. You can see you get a pretty thick, kind of medium-sized border in white. It's made up of these kind of blue coffin shapes. They just look like coffins. It says LA at the top and bottom in Old English. And you can see a bunch of tiny little LAs inside of each coffin. From back here, it just looks like kind of a regular standard playing card that you might find in a casino, but up close, definitely a lot of interesting details, so there's a closer look. Your jokers are going to be identical. They say Royal at the top. They have a J in each corner in Old English. There's an orange star, and below that it says Play Responsibly in Old English. I actually really dig these jokers, kind of like a callback to the Old English 40 ounce that you would pick up. Play Responsibly, of course, being kind of a play on Drink Responsibly. Really nice. Your Ace of Spades is very dramatic, which I like. It's a very, very interesting shape spade pip with that coffin inside. As far as ad cards and gaff cards go, you are gonna get a Gemini ad card. It's got the back design of the cards and then just this bright orange face. It says Gemini, designed by Tomas Pinston, right there. A lot of Gemini decks have ad cards. Nothing wrong with that. You are also gonna get a double backer, which I love. So I'm very glad that they decided not to do two ad cards, but rather one ad card and one gaff card. Makes the deck, in my opinion, a lot more valuable, a lot more usable. The rest of the deck is gonna be almost completely industry standard, except for a few little things that have changed. The spades and clubs are the exact same as you would find them on a bicycle deck. They don't look any different. The font, the pips, the indices are all completely standard. Which, again, if you know me, I've said this before, I prefer that. I think it looks great. Again, this stuff is classic for a reason, so that's what it looks like. Now, when you get to the court cards, you'll notice some customization here. Obviously, the colors have been stripped from that bright yellow, bright red, and bright blue to being a very royal blue. that makes up the majority of the card, and then there is some orange accents. It might look red from far back, but up close you can see it is definitely orange, which I like. I definitely like the way that these court cards look. They're still standard. You'll also notice that the hearts and diamonds on this deck, instead of being red, have been swapped out for orange. So this is something that you see periodically from Gemini. So that's it for how the cards look. Very nice looking, very standard looking, which I appreciate. Let's switch angles now and talk about how they handle. All right, so in terms of the handling of this deck of cards, you definitely are gonna get something that feels really nice right out of the box. These cards are printed by the USPCC, as are all Gemini decks. These are printed on crushed bicycle stock, so nice and thin, as you can see here. Fairly thin cards. They feel really nice in the hands, so the finish does feel a little bit different, I guess, but they feel great. If I had to compare them to the way another deck feels, I would say these feel very much kind of like the Peelers V1. It's a little bit thinner, they feel very smooth, and I like that. You do get some of the blue kind of coming through, but overall, in terms of the fan, it is nothing special. If you fan it for the indices, this is what you get. It looks standard, but it's orange and black instead of red and black, which, in my opinion, just looks incredible. Right out of the box, the cards spring very easily. As you can see, almost no effort goes into it. They're very, very soft, very flexible right out of the box. The cards do look good in a spread, but they look fairly standard. This is a very casual, non-suspecting deck. You can definitely perform magic with this deck and you're not going to have any problems whatsoever. Let's see how the cards fare out. They definitely look like they want to go bottom to top here, which is different from most Gemini decks. Yeah, I like this. This is definitely a good stock and finish. Very nice. Snappiness check. Also nice. Not very snappy, again, because the cards are so thin, and there you go. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Way Back Wednesday, where we talk about all things playing cards, cardistry, and magic related. If you're into this video, please let me know by dropping a like down below and leaving me a nice comment. And of course, if you haven't yet, I hope you consider subscribing for more awesome content just like this. Got a lot of videos coming up, guys. I'm really excited. We got the new orbits coming up. I have an unboxing planned, and I do have a review coming that I'm very, very excited, and it's one that a lot of you are anticipating, so can't wait to share it with you. All that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I know I will. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.